Alrighty. So a little bit of technical difficulties going on right now. So Dave's on here trying to help me do it, but I'm going to have to hold the phone and do this way because I am on StreamYard. Hey, everyone. Dave, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Why don't you take a quick second and hurry up and grab
StreamYard. Hey, everyone.
Oops, hold on.
Dave, can you hear me?
Yep, yeah, I got to shut this down. I'm sorry.
All right.
Why don't you take a quick... why don't you go ahead and grab your stand, your little whatever you have. Do you have it around you? Set it up. That way your arm isn't going to get tired. For Pete's sake. So, hey everybody, how is everybody doing? Well, Tony is getting... Whoa, we just lost him. I'm not sure if I'm still on or not, but if I am, it says I am. If I'm still on, somebody say hi. RIG or somebody say that we're still broadcasting right now.
Okay.
He's back.
I'm on the stand. Yeah, I don't know why I can't turn the phone sideways. So it's going to look like this. All right. And I'm going to have trouble seeing everything too because it's so little on my phone.
Thanks, RIG. I appreciate that. But anyways, hey, how many people got a chance to see Tony's latest video that he put out? Wasn't that good? That was exciting. I know he was looking forward to getting back. He was looking forward to getting back in the area because he's really been wanting to get out and do some stealth camping. So he had the opportunity to do that. So that was good.
Yeah, I can't even hear. That's very good. But yeah, hey, Ulrich, the Black Heart, how are you doing? RIG, how you doing? Josh, how you doing, Josh? And yeah, we're praying for you, Josh. Now, Josh texted me the other day, and I just wanted to mention this real quick. So there's a GoFundMe for Josh. He's got only about 26% active in his lungs, and he just recently applied twice and was denied for disability. So I said, go ahead and post on the Facebook family page. So he just did that, a little bit of a GoFundMe. Hey, Kaylee, how you doing? I got to scroll up here. Boy, the comments are really big on my phone today. But hey, happy Mother's Day to everyone. And I apologize for the technical difficulties, but hey, we're going to get through this. And then during the week, I'll work on it. But I wanted to go on StreamYard tonight. I could go on regular YouTube and do this. Maybe that's what I should have done, but I wanted to invite some guests on as well. Hey, Frank, how you doing? I'm going to take a second here. Kino, happy Mother's Day. Katie, happy Mother's Day. Let's see. And I saw Stitch was taking Miss Stitch out for dinner. That is nice. Now, Miss 2.0, she's going to say thank you very much for the happy Mother's Day. She is working tonight. She had to work. This is her weekend to work, so she's not here. But I did make her dinner a little while ago, and it's in the oven. So, yes. Hey, Running Deer Outdoors, you're going to be July 3rd, I believe. Y'all are expecting a new baby. So happy Mother's Day, because you've got quite a few going there.
Hey, and, I got to say this, everybody. We got like over 20-some people watching. Smash that thumbs up so we can get some more people online here. It really helps out with the algorithms and get some people online here.
Yep. So, hey, Jake, how you doing? McLean. All right. Let me just scroll back down. So you're going to see me poking at the phone here. All right. Yep. All right. So couple videos. And if you noticed, I'm still got the beard going. Oh, I better comb that because we're on camera.
I got my beard going too.
Yeah. So after we got off our live last Sunday, Miss 2.0 said, yeah, maybe you can keep it. So I think I'm going to keep it for a little while longer because the videos, hey, Eva, how are you doing? And because the travel videos are going all the way till July 24th, 2 a week, every Monday and every Thursday. And this past Monday and also Thursday, I think I was in Quartzsite. I think I said goodbye to you and Katie and Greg.
Yes. Yep.
And then I drove and I went to Quartzsite.
Yep.
And I think that's where I was at. So definitely there. And hey, I want to thank everybody for, if you haven't seen it, Friday night's stealth camping video. That one's doing really good. I believe we're over 2,600 views already on that, and really appreciate that, everyone, for watching that. And we got a question. So Josh's Camping and Outdoor Adventures. Have you got caught up on sleep after that rough night of sleep stealth camping? Well, kind of. So I did wake up a couple times because I'll tell you what, you wouldn't think that Walmart would be busy in the middle of the night, but there was tractor trailers running in and out all night long. And for some reason, they had their Jake brake on, and it's not even a very big slope getting into the parking lot. And but I did talk to Rachel the next day, and because I filmed that Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then I saw Rachel later that night, the next day on Thursday, and said, "Hey, I got that video coming up. I should have had you drop me off again," because I redid the one a year later after the stroke, because 50 days after the stroke, day 49, I was at the house here and I put the backpack on and I was like, feels pretty good. And then I went out, called her and said, "Hey, Rach, can you pick me up?" She's like, "Dad, what are you doing?" And I explained that in the video and stuff. And but she said it'd been cool. She would have come drop me off. I didn't even think about that, but that would have been pretty neat. So yes. But as far as catching up on sleep, I have done that a little bit the last couple of days. I don't know why. I've been really tired lately. Just get very tired.
Like I said, or like you said, it might be the pollen.
Yeah.
Because I have been too. I mean, it's been very difficult for me just to keep my eyes open all day. It's just
I don't fall asleep during the day, and I found myself I was watching my own video and I fell asleep. I'm like, man, I must have been droning on. I got them a little shorter.
You shouldn't say that, Tony.
I know, right? Hey, Robert, how you doing? Hello, looking good. Yes. Hey, Darlene. Hi, Tony, Dave, and 2.0 family. Yes, and happy Mother's Day to you, Darlene. Yes. I have had the same problem. You know, I believe it is because right now, especially on the East Coast, West Coast, they don't have trees. So, but around here, I know our oak trees. Yeah, our oak trees are just starting to push, and the maples already are out in full leaf. I was really amazed at how many leaves are out right now. And hey, Scott, how you doing? Say hi to Natalia and Warren for me. We got to get together soon. But yes, and Scott has gone on to buy me a coffee multiple times, and that's one of the reasons why we're able to do our StreamYard. So thank you to you three for doing that. Really appreciate you guys.
Yes.
But I got a lot of comments on that meal that I made out in Quartzsite. And then also when I got there, it was so late in the evening and I was driving and we went out. Quartzsite is flat. Quartzsite is very flat. And I was just driving and driving. Hey, old grunt, how are you doing? Evening, everyone, he says. So as I was driving, I know I had a call from one of my with the subscribers, and they said, "Man, when you were going out there and driving, it was getting you further and further." And I was looking, man, I hope he doesn't get a flat tire. That crossed my mind too as I was going out further and further, and I kept getting thinking, "Oh, this would be a great spot," and then I would get ready to go into that spot, and I would see a camper there. I was like, I want to give him space. But one thing about Quartzsite is there's usually over winter. Now, you haven't been to Quartzsite, have you, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have been? Okay.
You haven't gone to the camping thing, though.
No. But as far as camping, a lot of people overwinter there. And there is paid campsites where you're just out in the desert, and they've got dump station, and also you can get potable water there in a camping area, and you can pay for the camping for a week, a month, or multiple months at one time. And I believe it's around $180 roughly for the month, or it might be even less than that. I'm not really sure. But then there's also a lot of BLM land, Bureau of Land Management. Let's see. You're very welcome, Tony. Let Miss 2.0 know we said Happy Mother's Day. Thank you very much. Yes, I will let her know. She may jump on from work as well. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing? I should have grabbed a drink.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wait. I'm going to go fill up some water.
There you go.
I've got the, I can swing y'all around. So I've got one of my titanium cups. I'm going to get some water here. So, yeah, now this was in the car. And I believe I filled it up. The 5 gallons, I filled that up probably, oh goodness, I think 5 times. So it's 5 gallons. So in 7.5 weeks, I used about 5 times, so 25 gallons. And I did find in Quartzsite where I had the live that one Sunday night where we watched the sunset. It was 25 cents a gallon at a machine. You put your quarters in, and they have a hose, and you can fill up your water. And that's what I did, and got filled up there. And then I found it right before I went into Death Valley in a grocery store. I was going to buy a couple gallon jugs and take out to the car and fill it back up before I went into Death Valley. And I did find that it was 39 cents if you take your jug in. So I pulled the jug out and stuck it in the grocery cart, rolled it into the store, and then filled up my water in there, then took it back out to the car. It's a good thing I did, because I only had like a gallon left. And then I thought, well, I'll fill it up. But then they charge you for the gallon you already had in there. But for 39 cents, I didn't care. So Tony, did you do any rock hounding? Yes. Oh, man, I should have the rocks upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah. I had to be careful.
He kept UPS busy.
Yeah, I did. I think it was in Quartzsite. I mailed a box of rocks home. Yeah, a small box. It wasn't very big, but I mailed a box of rock
boulders.
No, the boulders I put. Well, I found, and it was in California. I went to go dig a cat hole because I had to go to the restroom. So on the way back, I stumbled over a rock. That rock's about this big, and it's pink quartz rock boulder. And I'm like, oh, I can't not take this. So I ended up finding a place in the car to put that, and I brought that all the way home. But that rock there, I had to be careful. I picked up a lot of rocks, but then I dropped them again because I'm like, oh, I can't keep grabbing rocks. I'll have rocks in my car everywhere. And so I didn't bring a lot home, but I did get a nice variety of rocks, not from every state, but from a lot of the places that I was at. I did grab some rocks. I didn't think about it, but because I have some medication that I take, and I would stop and I would fill up a month's worth of medication in those little pop tops. And I emptied a couple little bottles, and I thought, oh, I ought to bring some dirt home from Arizona. And I forgot all about it. I put them away to have them, and then I lost them. I couldn't find them in the car because there's a place for everything. When you're living out of the back of a Subaru Outback, there's only so much room which I had a lot of room, but everything has to go back where you had it. So let's 41 people in the last 60 minutes are watching Thursday night's video. 42 people because I had it up on the screen. That's funny. So I did do some rock hounding. Man, I got a couple pieces, really cool rocks. Now, most people probably wouldn't say, oh, that was a cool rock. But to me, if I pick it up and I look at it and I do the old decision, should I do it? It's coming home with me. I thought it was a good rock. That's for sure. Made late again, but here already, old Kraken Dated. Glad to have you. And Carl, I want to get out and fish with those lures. I know June is going to be good for top water lures. If you guys remember, Carl had sent me those lures that he made. Beautiful, beautiful handcrafted lures. Let's see. I have technical problems. I had technical problems too. I know the feeling. It's called disorganized. Well, I was trying to be organized. Frank says, Tony, could you have filled up a big U-Haul truck with rocks? I could have. I really, really could have. But I filled up a lot. So, alrighty. So it looks like we got, I'm going to try to do this. Looks like Dave might have there we go. So he might have gotten knocked off by accident. Let's see. Alrighty. So Josh says, did you get bit by any cactus on your adventure? No, but I almost fell into a couple
times.
I was walking and I almost fell into one, and you don't want to fall into a cactus at all because they bite. They do bite. Yep. Alrighty. So, like I said, I got a lot of comments on the meal that I made out in Quartzsite. I got there. I looked for a spot. It was getting late, and then I finally came back, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to go here. And I set up and went ahead and decided to start cooking. And that's where I made that meal and put it in a wrap. I've gotten some comments that people said I would have eaten it if you hadn't put tuna and mayonnaise in it. I know Dave doesn't like mayonnaise, but I'll tell you what, mayonnaise you put in tuna salad, you put it in potato salad, macaroni salad, things like that. So believe it or not, a little bit of mayonnaise in a meal like that actually makes it creamy. I like it. But there were a lot of ingredients in that and a lot of flavor. I know, I forget who it is. He calls it Flavor Town. What is that? Guy Ferretti says, hey, we're going to Flavor Town. We had Flavor Town, especially with those hot Cheetos in there. It sure seemed like a hot one to me. You know what? It wasn't that hot. I could have kicked it up a notch with Tabasco sauce, which I did have, and which I add to my eggs and stuff when I do the scrambled egg burritos. I like putting Tabasco sauce on it. Very, very good. Very good. My glasses. I only have the glasses on right now because the writing is so small. Yeah. Oh, boy. And, yep. All righty. Ooh, yeah. So what do you want to talk about? Throw up some questions if you have any. So, yeah. So as far as Mail Monday, there is no more Mail Monday. For now, it's all going to be on Sunday night. We'll have a little mail segment. If I get any mail, I did check the post office this week, and nothing was in there. So we don't have a mail segment this week. So that's not a problem because really I have everything that I need. And, I put the stickers. Rachel came over. Saturday, yesterday, and helped me put stickers on the car. So all the stickers that I've gotten going through the states and the ones that you guys have sent me are all on the car carrier now. So that is awesome. So we do have all the stickers on the car carrier, and yeah, it looks really cool. I was going to do a short video and try to play it on here, but since I'm not on the computer, I really can't do it. So I'm probably going to do a short video. Maybe I'll do it as a short, put a short video up, see how it goes with me doing that. I don't do a lot of shorts. How did the solar system work on your trip? Well, I want to say it worked fantastic. So I did in Quartzsite use solar. I end up using solar. Now you guys are going to see Monday. I think the next video that's coming up on Monday is I go to Lake Havasu. And while I'm at Lake Havasu, you'll see me filming a the London Bridge, and then I show you different tours and stuff that they do. And there's one bus tour that you can take up to Ottoman. It's a old gold mining town in Arizona, right on Route 66. And I end up deciding, rather than just ending the video there, I end up driving up there to see the wild boars, the old mining boars. And in doing so, I'm so glad that I did, because we get going on Route 66. We actually go almost into California and then turn and go up Route 66 there. And at about mile 6, it says beginning of Route 66. And then there's another like 20 miles of driving through windy roads and stuff. But the bloom, oh my goodness, the flowers that were out there is just amazing. So if you get watching the video, I know a lot of people watch the videos to like on average, about 15 to 20 minutes. I want to encourage you to, even if you fast forward it, do that. But don't miss Ottoman, the town of Ottoman. I end up driving through Ottoman with the phone on the side window, showing it going up. Then I drive back down and show the little town. It's about the size of maybe 2 city blocks. And then I put the camera on the dash, drive up through the town, and then back down again. Then I'm like, oh, we're testing our luck here, because we keep driving up and down and people are walking, but really wasn't it. Okay. Oh, hey, Backpacking Bible. And if anybody doesn't know, Holly has started the Appalachian Trail. So best wishes to you and a good hike. So I'm hoping to see you in Pennsylvania, Holly, definitely. So everybody encourage Holly as she hikes the 2,194 point, I think, 4 or 3 miles this year. It got extended a little bit from last year. So she's doing her journey now. And like I said, I'm trying to get set up to do Trail Magic, because I'm getting ready to do that. So, okay. Hey, relaxation nurse. Yeah, you can watch. Yay. All right. So, so I was out at the store just pricing things out and stuff, because I want to get ramen noodles, some Nor meals, just some twin snakes. If you guys remember, Amara Gardner, who hiked the Appalachian Trail, when I had her on the show, Sunday Night Live, one of the things she said she really enjoyed was twin snakes. So I did find them. They're like at the Dollar General, I believe. And then also I want to get gummy bears and then sour worms, things like that for the hikers. I do have the refrigerator in the car, which I'll put cold drinks in. I'm probably going to take the other refrigerator, the one behind me, as well, because I want to fill that one up with drinks as well, and also the cheese and things like that to make the 2.0 grilled cheese sandwiches for the hikers as they come through. All right. 10 miles average so far. Yes. So when you start out, that's a good miles. You don't want to start out, with 18 or 20. Those will come once you get your trail legs, as they call them. And that happens after about 2 or 3 weeks. But you don't want to come out of the gate trying to push too far. 10's a good average. Okay. Thank you. I'll be in PA tomorrow. Oh, awesome. So you're going to hit the halfway mark. Now, Cumberland Valley, Holly, when you walk that, you're going to find you're going to do a lot further because it's a lot of fields. And then you'll get into Duncannon, then Peters Mountain, and then that would probably put you at 501, maybe the end of the week or beginning of first part of next week. But yes, Cumberland Valley's awesome. And then I want to say, Mike, he's starting a trail, a big trail for a 7-day hike on the Appalachian Trail. So Mike, best wishes to you too. He's been texting me. He's held up in a hotel for the night, and he's going to start hiking, I believe, Tuesday. Yep. Yes. Many, many prayers. Fields are awesome. Yes, they are. And you're going to be real happy with the hike up into 501 shelter. Then after that, just be mentally prepared that you're going to go a little slower because it's Rocksylvania. So a lot of rocks in Rocksylvania. All right. Hey, Hum Guy 707. Hey, Tony, how are you? I'm doing great. Hey, George, how are you doing? Hey, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and God bless you all. Definitely. Are you jogging the trail or hiking or you're doing okay? Yes. Let's see. Running Deer. Question from Running Deer Outdoors. So, Tony, you keep talking about trail magic. I saw a post about someone else doing it. What is it exactly? All right. So trail magic is where you set up, a lot of times you'll set up at a road crossing where the trail crosses the road somewhere along the trail. And then trail magic can be as simple as just having a trash bag for the hikers as they come through, because Holly, you can attest to this. You end up, whatever you use, your trash, it's leave no trace. So you pack your trash, usually in a Ziploc bag. And then when you get somewhere, you want to offload that trash. Sometimes you carry your trash, accumulate it for 3 to 4 days, and you're just carrying trash. So someone that has a trash bag at a trailhead and says, hey, I'll take all your trash. Hikers love that. So it can be as simple as that, or going a little bit more complex where you just have water and a cold drink so that they can refill the water and they don't have to look for a source of water on the trail. There are places on the trail where water is hard to come by. So you got to kind of look at apps that maybe some other hiker found a water source and lets you know on an app. And then you kind of gauge, okay, I got to get 2 liters of water because I'm going to spend the night. But if you have water at a trailhead and someone can fill up just their bottles, they love it. And also maybe just get a cold drink there. So you can have soda, you can have water. I always recommend getting a caffeine-free soda as well, because some people don't want caffeine. So I've found that that's been good. But Running Deer Outdoors, if you go onto a playlist, I've got a whole video that shows what I put out for Trail Magic. So I go a little bit more extensive. I do get ramen noodles, things that hikers already use, like packs of tuna, spam packets, single spam packs. It's just some like snack cakes. I was thinking of doing walking tacos one time, but I'll do like 2.0 grilled cheese sandwiches, just something that they can eat there, because a lot of them don't get grilled cheese sandwiches unless they go to town, but usually they're ordering pizza when they get to town. One thing about the 501 shelter where I do set up you can call and they'll deliver. There's a couple of Italian restaurants that deliver there, but a lot of times I'll set up it there or the trailhead before there. Route 225, Peters Mountain, that was where Lisa and I became trail angels for the very first time. And if you have like watermelon, cut up watermelon, just anything that they can grab and eat is really good. And it's much, much appreciated. It definitely is. And yeah, Holly says for sure, get rid of trash. Absolutely, yeah. That's a big thing because people don't realize, if you're eating like a backpacking meal, like I had the other day on my stealth camp. Well, when you're done, I put that in a Ziploc bag and I put it back in my backpack. Well, any trash goes in that Ziploc bag, and then you're just a lot of times looking for a place to offload that because you want to keep the trail clean because it is leave no trace. And a lot of people will pick up some trash along the way just to help keep the trail that way. Hey, Dennis, how are you doing? All right. Let's see. All right. I think I missed a question. Well, Chef Tony might be on doing some trail magic. You guys might see him do some. Yeah. Oh, I fixed my beard. Oh, it's separating. It looks funny. All right. So, yeah, let's see. Okay. So Dennis says, hey, Tony, good to see you. I bet you are happy to be back home. Glad you had a safe trip. I am very glad to be home. However, I was in video mode and driving mode and used to being in the car after almost 2 months, just shy of 2 months. And so I find myself going out and just getting in the car and going for a little drive because I just don't want to be not that I don't want to be at home, but I want to be in the car. It's interesting that, and I'm always thinking, oh, I should be filming. And yeah, I'm waking up in the morning and go, oh, I got to get that sunrise. Oh, wait, I'm in my bed. So a lot of stuff like that. It's just routine after a while. Let's see. Well, Tony and everyone, I got to go. All right, Pastor Ian, have an awesome and blessed evening, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat. Lord bless everyone and a big smiley face. Yes. And I do want to say, it's Happy Mother's Day, but even if you don't have children, but you have a pet, you're a mom to your pet. So happy Pet Mother's Day as well. So absolutely. Oh, we got new comments down there. Oh, let's see. Where's the closest trailhead in the area? Well, in my area, so you've got there's a couple. So I usually go to Peters Mountain is one that's near Dolphin. Then there's right down over the hill from there is a road that connects you from 81 to Duncannon. There's a trail spot there that a lot of people will camp there overnight. And then there's Route 225, but the road that splits coming out of Pine Grove is another one. If you go to the right, it's about maybe 3 miles before the 501. There's another road crossing. And then out near Lookout Hostel, I don't remember what that road is, but it's coming out of Tamaqua, PA, coming up over. If you look on on Google, type in Pennsylvania Appalachian Trail trailheads in Pennsylvania or road crossings, and it'll show you all of them on there, and you can actually find that out. Let's see here. Okay, Josh says you got hooked on that Nomad life. Yeah, I did. I actually enjoyed it. But like I said, one of the things that I'll do next time is because I was in filming mode so much, I wanted to, yeah, nice beard. Thank you. I don't know. I must have tapped on that and it went up on the screen. All right. But thank you very much. Yeah, one of the things I'll probably do next time is I'll slow down a little bit because I got so far ahead on videos. And that was another reason I'm thinking I should let the beard go, because if I shave it off now and people are watching a video, say like on a Monday or a Thursday until all the way up till July 24th, they're going to go, oh, is that the same guy? So it'll just be longer than in the video because if I keep going. Yeah, so let's see. Darlene asked, what did I do for Lisa today? So I cooked her chicken on the grill, which she's going to have later on. And then because she was getting ready for work and things like that, and some of our children came over to wish her a happy Mother's Day and stuff and visit. So we were busy doing all of that and stuff. And but yeah, I got her a card of flour, and her dad's favorite cake was carrot cake. So I got her a cake, and she took part of it to work with her. So I don't know if she's on here, but hopefully she is. So Dennis says it's going to take you a little time to get back into your routine. Yeah, it is. But I also wanted to get out and do a stealth camp. So that was the one on Friday night you guys saw. So I filmed that Wednesday. I went to a couple places that I've been looking at, but they just didn't feel right. So I ended up, it was getting kind of late, and I thought, you know what? It's about a year since I was at that Walmart, and 50 days after the stroke. I want to see where I'm at. And what's funny is at the end of that one, as you see me going back to the car, getting ready to end the video, I all of a sudden take the camera. I say, oh, and see that rock? Holly, watch out for these kind of rocks. It was a round rock. That one, I actually was not filming at the time, and I stepped on it and I went down pretty hard. And scraped up my knee and things like that, but I stepped on that rock and it just took my feet out from underneath me quick. And I was surprised how fast that was. So definitely be careful on the rocks, especially in Pennsylvania. They can put you down really, really quick. Maybe a trim when the time comes. Yes. Don't shave. It's cool. Yeah. I'm liking it. This is the longest I've ever actually had it before. I know my son-in-law, he made a comment to Gabby that he really liked it. Now he's got a really long beard and he grew his hair too. I'm not doing the hair. I just trimmed up around my ears, but let's see. Dennis says it was good to see you out hanging again. Absolutely, and it was very nice. And that's one thing that driving across the United States, especially in the states and in the areas that I went, the lack of trees. Oh my goodness, there's no trees out west in certain parts. So yeah, it was good to see you out hanging again. Yes. Those rocks will sneak right up on you. Be careful. Yes, they will. I was surprised at how fast. Hey, travel and backpacking. How are you doing? I don't think I've ever seen you on the channel. So I'm really welcome. And yeah, nice beard. Yes, thank you. Hey, Camp Gourmet. Absolutely, brother. How are you doing? The last video is quite a nostalgic. Yes. And it was the second video I watched on your channel. First one was the shopping center in construction camo. Yeah, so the construction camo, that one was cool. Unfortunately, I kind of, once you do a spot, unlike that Walmart, that one I could do again, but that spot there between Red Robin and Longhorn, I believe it is. That restaurant, it's a small plot of woods right there, and believe it or not, very hard to get back into. Once you go somewhere, there's usually, in fact, the car wash right across the street messaged me and said, "Hey, I saw the place when it was built, and because he's right across the street, remembers when it was built, and always wondered if somebody would ever camp in there. And he saw that video; it must have popped up for him right away. But that is pretty cool. Watch the channel first. Yeah, the construction camo. Hey, George, how are you doing? Let's see. Dave and Katie, no, it's been a while, but I just watched the video of Samson. He was a beautiful, yes. Sorry, yeah, and most of y'all know, I think we spoke about it last Sunday Night Live. Dave and Katie lost their longtime family member, Samson, their dog, but they have a new dog called Gunter. And I actually talked to Dave today. I said, "Hey, you need to start videoing the dog and putting the videos of the dog up. People want to see him grow up. It would be great to add to your channel." So I believe he's going to start doing that. Yes, great to see you for a few minutes. I'm taking a 0 and need to get some videos edited and uploaded. Take care, all, and happy Mama's Day. Well, Holly, best wishes with the editing. I know how that is, and those zeros come in handy with editing. And best wishes to you on your hike. And sometime you'll have to pop on when I get my computer going back up again, because I don't know how to bring guests on when it's like this. So we'll have to have you on as we get through some more of your hike, and you've got a 0 or something like that on another Sunday. We'll have you on to talk about the trail. All righty. Take care, Holly, and God bless you. And we'll be praying for you. And I can't wait to watch those videos. And everybody, if you haven't ever gone over to Backpacking Bible's YouTube channel, go over and check it out and start following her, because she's going to have videos coming up of the Appalachian Trail. All right. And thanks, Tony. I'll be checking in. Awesome, Holly. Great, great, great. Let's see. Frank says, Tony, the Walmart camp was the first video of yours. I just read that. Yes, when she dropped me off, Rachel dropped me off. So we got 37 people watching, and I can't see the likes, but if you haven't hit any likes, let me see if I can do. This is going to be a little bit of an experiment. I'm going to see if I can get a banner up here. Let's see. Ooh, I can. Here we go. Smash that like button. All right. All righty. So let me get back to comments. Oh, comments, because a comment came. Oh, this is not that hard on here. 40. Thank you, Darlene. Yes. So I'm trying to think. What was the other video? That's one thing I can't do, is look up the videos. I did earlier today, and I forget which videos we did, but I know the stealth camp. Believe it or not, my travel videos, they don't get a lot of views, but I wasn't doing it for views, really. I was doing it to experience the country and to get out and just really see the country. I'd never driven past Ohio before, and I was just into Ohio. It was as far as I ever went. And to be able to drive across the country and see what we see, it's just amazing. And all the people that I met, just really, really good. And hey, if you're on here tonight watching the live and I met you, why don't you comment down below where we met, and yeah, just come on and say hi. I really appreciate that. Jordo Will says, I'm trying to fast forward to the stealth camping in this video, but it's not working. Oh, in this video. Yeah, this is a live. So I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but if you go on to the playlist and go under stealth camping, it'll be the latest one. Or if you just go on and click on videos, it'll be the first one that pops up, and you can watch that one. I did have a couple comments from people on that video that they can't believe I just used my phone for videoing and editing. Most people don't realize that, but I do just use my Samsung 21 phone for videoing and editing. So when you see me, like say in that video, like I pull up and then I talk and then I get out of the car. Well, I actually got out of the car, set the camera up, then I get out of the car and then I walk around to the back of the car. Then I go get the camera and then I set the camera up somewhere else, go back, I walk back to the car, walk back around a little bit and then do something. And then I go get the camera, put it somewhere else, and then I do something else, and then I do something else, and that's all saved to my phone as a video. So then when I get into my editing app on my phone, they're all in line, and then I just drop them and start editing them and cutting out the parts I don't want. And then by the time, so when I climb into the hammock and when I say, all right, lights out, it's not necessarily lights out. It is for the video, but then I edit up to that point and then I mark it on my videos. I'll like put my finger over it and make a black video, then say, all right, edited to this point. So then when I go back into my editing thing, there's a black video and I know that that's where I need to start again. So then if I get up in the middle of the night, like when that truck went by or the people came out on break and they woke me up, I'll video that and then I'll drop that in, edit it so that I know in the morning I'm edited up till where I need to be. And then I usually record. And then as soon as I'm finished and back at the car, I'll usually sit in the car for a couple of minutes, finish editing the video and then render it right from the car. And then once that's done, I'll go ahead and upload it. So by 10 o'clock, my video was ready to be viewed the next morning. And I've just found that that's the easiest and best way for me to do it because it's fresh in my mind what I did. And plus, I was originally, before the stroke, working on thinking about hiking the Appalachian Trail, and I needed a way to be able to video and do everything on my phone because I can't carry a laptop and I can't carry a computer. So I did it all on my phone. So I learned how to do that like that. And then when I had the stroke, it was good because I learned to film something every day and put it up and just kind of hone that skill. Yeah. So a lot of walking. Oh, let's see. The videos are great for your kids and family, friends, regardless of the view, man. I wish I had some videos of my dad who passed away 15 years ago. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I lost my dad about that same amount of time ago. And yeah, it's going to be good because they're going to be able to see who the granddad was. None of us know how long we have, and making a video record of that is going to be really awesome. And yes, I think it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And yeah, but them stealth camping videos, everybody loves them. I love doing them too. And I don't know if I was talking to one of my friends and they said, oh my goodness, your stealth camping video, you seem so natural at it again. And just your countenance was up. And yeah, I like it because I wasn't driving and then, doing all that. But that's one of the things I was saying I'd like to do next time, less driving and then more of the video when I get to the spot. And I think you're going to see that the videos starting tomorrow, that not only are the thumbnails got better, but also the videoing style a little bit changed because I started getting in a groove with the travel videos. And I mean, it took me 16 to get into a groove. But I was finding out what worked, what didn't work. And some days there just wasn't a lot to video while I was driving, but I wanted to show the changing of the landscape because it was ever changing the whole way as I drove. Let's see, a lot of walking. Oop, oop, oop. I had, Jeff says, I had a friend ask me how many cameras you had set up in my barn and driveway. Yeah, one, right, Jeff? So that was awesome. And that video, Jeff made his debut. So he was a main attraction in those videos. Absolutely. And it's fun doing a video with someone else because I go into director mode. So director Tony comes out a little bit and say, hey, okay, you were in front of me. All right, I'm going to put the camera over here and you go ahead and walk, but I'll tell you when. And we're out of frame and then we walk and then I edit this in and out. And it's fun. But yeah, I was showing someone like, the coffee video. When I make coffee and did the pour over, people are like, oh my God, you have a whole different view. Like when I doing the pour over and I pick up the coffee, but I'm still talking, and then you see it draining down, and then I put it down, and then you see the camera in somewhere else. Well, like I'm going to give away all these tricks. So, but they're video differently, and then I overlay some stuff. And the only thing I forgot to do was just pretend like I was talking so you'd see I didn't realize my beard was in there and you could see my beard moving like I was talking. But yes, Hike with Mike. Hey, folks, how you doing? Hike with Mike. Let's see. Hey, Robert. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Hey, Behind the Mountains. Hi, Tony. Yeah, our video's coming up soon, Dana. Yes, it is. I love stealth camping, being away from people. Yeah, it's stealth camping is really a lot of fun. A lot of people ask me if I'm afraid. Usually if I don't feel good about something, I won't go there until I do feel good. So that in a lot of sense, once I feel comfortable and I check and pray about the place and I feel okay in my spirit that I don't have like, oh, I don't know, then there is no fear. All right. So, at that point, so then I just get on with my day. All right. Hey, Dean, how are you doing? I love your show. Keep posting new stuff. Thank you so much. Yes. And Dana says, I can't wait to see it from another perspective. Yes. So Dana's video has been out for, I guess, maybe a month now, because Dana and I went. His is two separate videos, one in Carrizo Plains and then the second camping area that we go to. And that was a lot of fun, Dana. And Dana's got some drone footage, which is really cool. And we drive over washes. And that was a lot of fun because in the Subaru, we have to cross a wash a couple of times. And I'm like, oh, got to get my windshield washed. So I drove fast through it and you'll see the water splash up. You see it splash up in his video and in mine because I'm filming from my car. You'll see it come up and I do the windshield wipers and it focuses on it. It's going to be really neat. So if you haven't watched his video, watch his video and then you'll see mine and you'll see two really cool perspectives of filming of our adventure together. Now mine's going to be both days in one video. So we do Carrizo Plains, we cook in that old homestead, and then the next day, we go to a whole nother spot. In my intro, how about it, Dana? There was a road closed because they had a lot of what do you call it? Mudslides and different things. So the road was closed. They had it fenced off and stuff with a gate, but because construction worker that was manning the gate let us drive through, and we drove up the mountain. And I filmed that part of it because we go around a lot of cones and things. And we're starting out, I believe it was around 56 degrees in Ventura, California, when we left to go ahead to the Carrizo Plains. And we went up over this mountain, and I believe it got to 26 degrees when we got up over 5,000 feet, but it was snowing up there. And we drove through snow and stuff and then come back down. When we got to Carrizo Plains, I believe it was only in the 30s. And in that video, you're going to see one of the only places where the San Andreas Fault is exposed. And I show that in the video, and we talk about it and stuff. Yeah, plus the closed highway. Yeah, so that's going to be a great video, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Washed out completely. Yeah, got to go to my property. Absolutely. So, hey, John, how you doing, Flame Boy? I thought about camping out by Walmart. Laugh out loud. Yeah, and so that Walmart, some of the stuff has changed, but those lady slipper flowers are just starting to bloom. And I did film the one that I saw that was in bloom. So I think either they're just finishing or they're just starting. I didn't know which, but yes. Let's see. Let me get the banner. Take that banner down. And all right. Oh, I got the hiccups. Let's see. Oh, let me get this one up here. If you are not a part of our Facebook Random Adventures 2.0 family, go on to, let's see, you can see it at the bottom of the screen there. We do have a Facebook group. So I usually will post videos if you want to go. But if you have a channel, and I encourage you, Holly, you might be off doing your stuff now, but when you get your videos, go up and post your video to our Facebook family group. So if you do have videos and you put videos out, or you just do a random adventure, like Frank Picorni will post some pictures up there. I want to encourage you guys to post your adventures up on our Facebook family page, because that's what it's for. It's our Facebook family group, and post up on there. So I think we have 497 Facebook family members. So go up on there and do that. So I'll leave that ticker up on there for a little bit. All right, got another comment. Question mark from Josh. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. So any more collaboration coming up, like with Small Plots Kevin and Sam Bananas or Squib? So I spoke to Kevin, and we're going to shoot for a possible collaboration in July. I believe the middle of July. So before you know it, that'll be here. So I did reach out to Squib. I haven't heard back from him yet, but we'd like to get Squib, Small Plots, and myself. I don't know if Sam Bananas would, but hey, that would be more the merrier. I'd love to do a collaboration with 4 of us. It would be really cool. Yes. So as of now, just Kevin and I so far, but we're gonna work on that. All right. When do the spiders start blooming in your wooded area? Well, from my stealth camp, I didn't see any spiders. However, when I came home the next day, not the next day, I had my backpack in the car, in the back, on top of my food boxes that I have in there. And I wanted to do the stickers when Rachel came over. Rachel's hates spiders. So I got my backpack. I thought, oh, well, let me get this stuff out of here. My backpack, take this into the house. I picked my backpack up, and on top of my small food tub, there was a spider, and it looked like a rubber spider. Well, wasn't rubber, but it wasn't moving. And I think it was called a crab spider because we looked it up, because it looked like it had these really long legs in the front, but it had like 4 legs in the front that stuck out really far, and then 4 legs, little ones out the side, and it was pretty big. And I looked at it and thought, oh, is that a spider? So she wasn't there yet. So I took the tub out and I flipped it onto the sidewalk, and it landed, and I thought it landed upside down. It didn't move. And I said, it's dead. So I forgot all about it. Rachel comes over. So I ran a cord from the house to the power bank, and I was charging that up. I wanted to get it to 100%. And so I had it charging up, and I had the tailgate open, and the electric cord came out, and it ran down to the sidewalk and up to the house. And maybe about an hour and a half later, Rachel comes over, and we're thinking, oh, we're going to put all these stickers on to the car carrier. So I said, we should lay them all out first, to figure out how big they are and what ones we're going to put where. So she's leaning in the back of the car, and on the tailgate is that spider. She goes, and screamed, and she said, there's a spider. And I said, where? And I looked down, and it was that spider trying to get back into the car. And the only thing I could figure is it climbed up the cord, got into the back of the car, but it didn't make the jump from the bumper groove to the inside of the car. And then so I got it, and I flicked it back out, and then I moved the cord, and I made sure it was a long way away. But yes, spiders are out, especially that kind. And spiders usually don't bother me unless they're in my hammock or on my phone, like that one I did in the fall, that one where I did a no talking video, and everybody's like, oh, you look so sad. So I guess people like to see me talk. When do the spiders start blooming? Let's see. I would like to see you and GM Outdoors camping together sometime. Yeah, I remember last year, he said to me he had that houseboat, and that's when I encouraged him to start doing videos again, because he was doing them on his computer, and he said it was taking too much time away from the family. And I said, you got to download Power Director and do it on your phone. And he said he was going to go on a lake with the family, and he ended up videoing it and had it up that Sunday. And I said, yeah, we got to get together sometime. I got to come down to that lake, because I think out on some of the islands you can camp for 14 days. So I would love to do go down there and do on his houseboat or pontoon boat and do an overnight camp. Absolutely, on an island. That would be so cool. Yes, Carl, and I will be doing some fishing. Absolutely. Maybe I can do a camp and cook as well. So Shade Tree, how are you doing? Hello, Tony. Hello, everyone. Poor Rachel, but that's funny. Yeah, she does not like spiders. My dad, oh my goodness, my dad was deathly afraid of spiders. Yeah, the only time I heard him ever scream was he had gone out on the back porch and he screamed. He came back into the kitchen, and I was like, what? He said, there's a spider out there. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of the memories I have of my dad. He was deathly afraid. I think Rachel got that gene. Yeah, Running Deer Outdoors Adventures, bring a Wilson. Yes, definitely. If I get stuck on the island, definitely got to do that. All right. So I'm going to take the banner off of the Random Adventures 2.0 Facebook family page. So it's Random Adventures 2.0 family on Facebook. All right. So there we go. And let's see. I had to smash the like button. Let's see. All righty. Well, I want to thank Mr. Ed. He's one of the subscribers. I didn't even realize this was a thing, but I guess on videos now there's a little heart with a dollar sign in it. And Mr. Ed, thank you so much. He hit that heart after watching one of the videos and sent me $20. That was a real blessing. Can't really have a way of putting it up on here, but I didn't even know that was a thing. And I got a notification that he had done that. Thank you very much, Mr. Ed. And if you're on here, say hi. Alrighty. So 49 likes. Oh, we're getting up there. Yes. And we've been on for an hour and 5 minutes. And like I said, this is a little bit different. I usually like to have my phone in a landscape, but for some reason on StreamYard, it's not letting me go landscape. That way you could see more of the studio and not just me sitting here. Oh, if you didn't see on that video that I put out Thursday, this is one of the T-shirts that's on the spread shirt. But I did design that new T-shirt for our travel a trip across America. It says 2023 trip across America, and it's got the American flag on it. Really cool. I designed that one the other day. Someone had asked me when I was out driving if I was going to have a new T-shirt for the drive, and I wasn't able to do that on the road. So I did it when I got back. So that's up there. And usually you go down in the description. I usually post a link on there for the spread shirt. And I think if you click on any one of the shirts, it'll ask you if you want to go to the shop, and you can go over to the shop and do that. So I don't have one of those shirts for myself yet. I've got to get one. Maybe I'll get one and wear it on one of these. Been bit by many spiders before. Not really pleasant experience. No, that wouldn't be pleasant at all. All right. Okay. So Miss 2.0, she's at work today. So she's working on Mother's Day. But it was her weekend to work. Or else we would have been, I would have not been doing a live tonight. I would have been doing something with her. But yes. All right. So, like I said, the video that's coming up on Monday will be the it's right there at the tip of my tongue. Lake Havasu. We go see the London Bridge, which is actually the literal London Bridge. And I got there early. I get up early in the morning because I ended up meeting Bob. Bob, I don't know if you're on here or not, but I met Bob, who's a fellow Christian. We stayed overnight at the Walmart parking lot. He's from New York, but him and I were out at a Walmart in Parker, Arizona, and we stayed overnight. We fellowshiped. We talked for like 3 hours, and it was really cool. Then he said goodbye in the morning before he left to go work. But he's a heavy equipment flag car. Yeah, it was great to meet somebody like him on the road and get some really good time fellowshipping. So I get up in the morning and I leave that Walmart and I start driving, but it's before the sun really comes up and the lighting wasn't where I wanted it. So I ended up driving so far. You'll see in the video, I stop and we're driving along the Colorado River. And then we get into Lake Havasu eventually and go down, and we pretty much have the place all to ourselves in the morning. And I filmed the bridge, and they actually, the guy who bought the bridge, I go into the visitor center. It wasn't open yet when I got there, but then it was open when we were done. So I go in there, and it's a really neat museum. Talks about the owner who had bought it, $2.4 million back in like 1965 or 6 or something like that. And then engineers broke it down, numbered every block of the London Bridge, and then shipped it through the Panama Canal, then got it into California, and then hauled it all the way out, stone by stone, to Lake Havasu, and then engineers put it all back together again. And so that is a really cool video and neat history. And then I see that tour that you can take a tour bus, which was from like 10 o'clock in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. So I decided to go ahead and drive to the gold mining town, and we see a super bloom along the drive. And then on the way back, I actually find the mining burros, and I go out and talk to them and film them up close and pet them. They are really cool. But they're descendants of the original mining burros that were in that area at the time. Then I made a sandwich and stuff. I don't think I'll show you that. Then we get back on the road and drive again. And then, yep. And I end up going all the way back to Quartzsite, all the way back there, and spent the night there again, then headed out there. And then I go to Joshua Tree. So on Thursday, you're going to see Joshua Tree National Park. That's coming up this Thursday. Great. I go to there's a couple campgrounds that were closed. They weren't in season yet, but there were a couple that were open, but they were totally booked out. So I go to Bureau of Land Management land just outside of the park, and then we do that. Make a fire and spend the night out in some BLM land. And I think I cook in that one again as well. And then I head to California from there. So we go out, drive out around Los Angeles. And I do want to say that spray paint, I had not seen things spray painted my whole trip. From Cadillac Ranch was the last I saw spray paint. You were allowed to spray paint on the old Cadillacs. I had not seen anything spray painted from there all the way until I went to drive around Los Angeles. Then even the signs where to get off the road, spray paint everywhere. It was really sad to see all the spray paint. But I do want to say that one of the things that I did notice about driving across the United States is the amount of garbage. As you start getting close to the East Coast again, I don't know if it's the number of people, but bags, blown on the sides of the road and just trash as you start getting closer to the East Coast. Out west, I didn't really see any garbage along the roads. Just really a big difference. So kudos to the West Coast and there. But I do know that in California, I went in and they said I was at Walmart and I bought a crunch cake because I take some crunch cakes to behind the mountains, and I do make him some Louisiana crunch cake, upside down pineapple cake. So we do cook that. And when I went to check out, they said, "Do you have a bag?" And I said, "No." They said, "Okay." So they put it in a bag that was like, it was a plastic bag, but man, it was heavy. And I brought that bag all the way back to Pennsylvania because there's a lot of states where they don't bag your stuff with bags, even in the Walmarts, but around here they do. But I kept that bag all the way through till I got home, and because I needed it at quite a few places. I didn't want to have to buy another bag. Let's see. John asks, when are you going to camp out by Walmart again? Well, I probably won't do that Walmart again. I don't believe I will do that one again. Gotta change it up a little bit, but maybe a different one I might do. In fact, there's one that I do when I found the Louisiana crunch cake for the first time. There's that Walmart where the Louisiana crunch cake became a thing. Right. And a lot of people said, I didn't know it tastes like coconut. it's very mild. And when you do the 2.0 with the brown sugar and butter and stuff like that, I don't even taste the coconut anymore. Um, Green Hubs, hey, how are you doing, Green Hubs? And Wood S87, I like that 87 because that's one of my favorite hockey players, but they didn't do very good this year. I have any children thought you were Santa? I don't know, but I could have been on summer vacation, spring vacation. Yeah, an old Kraken dated said, "Hey, who thinks Tony got round, more round?" And I commented back on your comment there, old Kraken dated. I said, "Dur." So you should have put "dur" in there, more rounder. So, but actually, I did lose a couple pounds on the trip. Just transitioned some weight. But have let's see. Out west, the wind blows a lot and then trash away from the road. Yeah, that could be. But I know they had fencing everywhere along the roads that I was on because it's so much ranches everywhere. There's ranches. Hey, Michael Hardy, how are you doing? Thumbs up. Awesome, awesome. Let's see. And maybe because the wind blows east, maybe all the West Coast trash is blowing east. So, and that's why we have so much trash in the ocean. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. But yeah. Oh, let's see. Okay. Frank says, I wonder if Walmart knows you. This Walmart, local one, does. The head of security actually is a subscriber of mine that I met. He's under the 200 or maybe under the 300 mark on subscribers. He used to work at a Turkey Hill, and I would go in there in the morning, in the late afternoon on my way to work before the stroke, and I'd stop in and say, "Hey, did you watch my video?" And he hadn't watched any of them, but eventually went on one day and he said, "Hey, I watched your video and I subscribed." And I was like, "Awesome, brother." And then he's actually the one that told me about the O-Light O bulb, and I started using that. But he's the one that told me about it in a comment once on the video. And but he's head of security, and when I'm in there, every once in a while he'll come down and say hi and stuff. And but he knows who I am. Yeah. I really love the video of the longhorn cattle. Yeah, you're gonna see some longhorn cattle in my Devil's Tower video. That won't be out until July. But there is longhorn cattle that I film in the intro as I'm driving to. In fact, you'll see them and you see Devil's Tower in the background. There was longhorn and also buffalo, which are really cool. And then I guess in June, that will be in June, you'll see the mammoth dig site. That's a cool one. So I go to a mammoth dig site in South Dakota, and I also do a nice drive around a wilderness loop, and we see antelope and buffalo. It's about 18 miles, wild burros, some longhorn sheep, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, in places you could throw out an anvil and the wind would blow it away. Yes, there was red flag warnings, and if you don't know what that is, that's for certain places on the highway where tractor trailers either are not supposed to drive on because the wind is so hard blowing across the prairies and stuff in those fields that literally a tractor trailer will go on its side, even be flipped. From because the wind is so hard. I know when I was at the Cadillac Ranch, the wind was so blowing so hard. People that were trying to spray paint, it was going that way as they hooked and pushed the button. And I didn't buy any spray paint to spray. And here, I just was filming, and a couple of people were like, "Hey, do you want some spray paint?" Because it was $7.50 a can. I'm like, and they didn't use all theirs, so they gave me some spray paint, and I attempted to spray paint on there, but it wasn't working. The wind was blowing too hard. Yeah, yeah. Frank says, "I wonder if Walmart Walmart knows Tony is why crunch cakes sell so much, and because of your channel." You know, out in California, they when I talked to Dana from behind the mountains, his wife said we can't get any Louisiana crunch cakes. We check all the time, and they're not here. So the one day I went to Walmart, I also went to Planet Fitness to get a shower and stuff, and I went into Walmart to grab a few things, and I saw a Louisiana crunch cake, and so I bought the 5 that were there. And when I got to the checkout, the lady goes, "Hey," well, I said to her, I said, "Hey, Louisiana crunch cakes, did you just get these in? Because I was told you didn't have them." She goes, "Yeah, we just got those in last week, and they've been selling out. People are just buying them up." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm glad you have them." And I said, "I even have a T-shirt with Louisiana crunch cake on it and Random Adventures 2.0 because so many people like them. And yeah, I like them too. Right. So let's do that. So Jeff Cooper says, "Good night, all. Work starts early tomorrow morning." Yes, Jeff, it certainly does. And thank you for coming on. And it's an hour and 21 minutes. We got 27 people watching. I'm probably going to get off here probably pretty soon. Does anybody have any more questions for me? Just throw it up in the comments. And like I said, if you're just on here for the very first time, watching a live, say hello and let us know that this is your first time. And if you haven't watched any of the videos for the travel videos, I want to encourage you to go on and 56 likes. Thank you, darling. To go on and start watching that playlist. And I did spend a lot of time the other day linking. If you start out at 1, you know how it pops up at the end of a video, it'll show the next video. Click on the next video, and that'll keep you rolling through the videos. Except for if you get to one that just comes out, like this past Thursday, it'll recommend a video until the next one's out. So Monday night, if you watch last Thursday's, after Monday night's video comes out, now they'll be linked. So eventually you'll be able to just go link, and just go right through them. Oh, just kind of lurking. I don't feel well. Well, I hope you feel better, Darlene. Yeah, give me a call later if you want. Darlene, you're still good. Yes, she is. Absolutely. All right. If I did not say hi to anybody earlier on, I want to say hi and thanks for being on. Greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so we had 27 people watching, which is, that's my favorite number, but I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. I want to say thank you very much. Recipes. John, you know what? Someone asked me I should make a cookbook. Maybe someday I'll make one. That would be great. All right, Tony, I'm heading out. Just like Jeff works early tomorrow, machines won't spin themselves. All righty, good night. All righty, everyone. Well, good night, everyone. And thanks a lot for jumping on, especially on a Mother's Day. I want to thank you for watching the videos and hitting that like and subscribe button. I know all you guys are subscribed that are on here, and I greatly appreciate every one of you. And oh yes, Jen and you are saying good night. Oh, yep. Good night, everyone. And again, I appreciate everyone watching. And making comments. And I think what I might do, I got to catch up on comments from the last video. They were hot and heavy. So I know, I believe as of earlier tonight, we had 2,700 and some views on that last video. So I appreciate all the views. I really do. And greatly appreciate it. And good night, all. Everyone's saying good night, and good night, Frank. Good night, Josh, Darlene, Carl, Running Deer, John. Hey, good night, everyone. So remember, it's just one adventure at a time. Get out and have your own adventure if you can. If you can't, don't forget to follow me, and we'll go do a random adventure together. And I really appreciate every one of you for watching, and I always enjoy having you along on these adventures. Certainly do. And we can't score the music. I didn't figure out how to do that yet. So in your mind, the music's playing. There it goes. All right. Well, good night, everyone. And Tony 2.0. Oh, stroke hand 2.0 out. Now I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. All right. Good night, everyone. On my music studio, 3 a.m. There you go. Alrighty. Good night. Good night. Oh, I think there's the end button. All right. We'll see you. You guys have a great one, and we'll see you on the next random adventure. All right. Good night, everyone. God bless. See ya.